I need to vent. I'm trying something new out and I don't know if I like it. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Danica. I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, Canada, US. I'm also selling on Whatnot right now. I've made a few videos about my experience on Whatnot. If you want to check those out, make sure you check my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you do that and then leave me a thumbs up and a little comment before you go. Now, what I want to talk about today is Lister. And automation in general. I have a lot of thoughts about automation. I am pro automation. Let's just get that out of the way. I cannot imagine going back to not having automation in my Poshmark closet. I started reselling in August, I think 2018. Whenever they came to Canada, it was a few months after that, in the month of August, and by November I was already using automation in my closet because I was like, I'm wasting so much time sharing my closet. Like, this is ridiculous. Recently, Poshmark has added a share all button, which helps a lot of people, but for me, my phone's on airplane mode like 8, 10, 12 hours a day. I can't possibly share my closet at those times. I need automation. I need something outside of myself to make sure that's still running. And a lot of people have office jobs. You can't just be on your phone all day sharing your closet. And also, if you don't have to, why do it? It is expensive. It can get expensive, but the cost is well worth it in my opinion. Now, that is not to say that the cost is worth it for everyone. When it comes to my US Poshmark closet, I have definitely started using automation, canceled my automation, restarted it, canceled it, because my sales were like fluctuating so much that sometimes it wasn't worth it. I had my automation tool sending out offers every time someone liked an item in my closet, and it was crickets. So before we get to where I'm at now with Lister, I thought I would bring you on a journey of my experiences using automation. So like I said, I started using automation in my Poshmark closet, or bots if you don't realize that that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about bots. It's very taboo subject, but I think a lot more people use it than admit it and that we realize. So I started using, I forget what the very first company I hired was called, but it's one of those companies that you're paying and they're like, okay, we'll do 3,000 shares a day for you for X amount of money. And back then, like, I was still new. Like I said, I was like a few months into selling on Poshmark, and I was paranoid. I was like, can you please confirm with me that this is like an actual person sharing my closet and not any sort of automation? And I was told repeatedly, yes, it's a real person sharing your closet. It's a real person sharing your closet. And then there was a huge blackout. I forget when it was, maybe in December or January of like 2018, 2019, somewhere in there. And everyone that was using automation, their closets stopped sharing because Poshmark had changed something on their back end. And so then it became like so obvious who was using bots. After that, my closet wasn't shared for like a day and a half or something. And I emailed the company. I was like, what's going on? Like, if you guys aren't using bots, why is my closet not sharing along with everyone else that I know that uses a company like this? Like, if I can share and I'm a person sharing my closet, why can't the person who's sharing my closet share my closet? And they're like, okay, we'll reimburse you a day and a half of your services, blah, 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 whatever. I dropped them. And then I think I went to Reseller Assistant. That's another company like that. Yes, we don't have any automation. It's a person that's sharing your closet, all that BS. And I bought it. And I was with them for a good while. And then I remember watching back in the early COVID days, Denali, Blake, So El Ducho Thrift, Blake is now on Instagram as Blake Does Things, I think. Laura Von V and Sell Quick, Ship Quick, Hugo and Tiff were doing a Saturday Night Live every Saturday evening on YouTube. And I watched like every Saturday because it was just so fun. And what else was I gonna do? I was like making sourdough and watching Saturday Night Live, Reseller Saturday Night Live on YouTube. And I remember Denali talking about bots, and that is someone that I trust a lot. She is a well-seasoned reseller. She has been full-time for a while. She sells on multiple platforms, and I just saw a lot of what I wanted in things she was accomplishing. I was like, if she can do it, then I can do it. Maybe not to that scale, but I like her energy, I like her vibe, I like her attitude. I just like Denali. And so she was talking about using automation, and she was talking about Poshmark VA. And I was selling on Poshmark US at the time already. I was selling on Poshmark Canada and Poshmark US. And I was not running any automation, I don't think, on my Poshmark US closet. And so I looked into Poshmark VA, and I decided to use them. Now, Poshmark VA is still a tool I use on my Poshmark US closet. No, it's not. Until recently, I was using Poshmark VA exclusively on my Posh US closet. I reached out to them to ask them if they would consider supporting Poshmark Canada, and I was told, like literally this is probably 2 years ago, that they were working on it. As far as I know, it's still not supported for Poshmark Canada. So Poshmark VA is a Chrome extension where you can click a button and it'll share your closet for you automatically and solve the CAPTCHAs. You can set it up in a schedule, so every day at boom 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 hour your closet gets shared. As long as your computer that you're using the Chrome extension on is running, the automation will go. So you can share your closet, you can return shares, you can follow people, you can send offers, you can drop prices. Like, it's really useful. And then seeing the other side of the automation, I realized that's what those two companies were using, Reseller Assistant and the other one. I was like, this is so obvious now. It's so obvious once you're using automation that that's what those companies are using. And then they're paying for the subscription under like your email probably or whatever, and charging you like 3 times the price. Smart, but taking advantage of people. Now, like I said, I was still using Poshmark VA on my Poshmark US closet until very recently. On my Canadian closet, I was using OneShop. I love OneShop, okay? I have links in my description, I think, for Poshmark VA, OneShop, and Prime Lister. I would recommend all 3, straight up. OneShop I love because it's just an app on your phone, and so it runs continuously during the day. It relists your items for you. It'll like pick whichever items it thinks algorithmically need to be relisted and relist them for you, like 5, 6 a day. I have like had it happen multiple times that they relisted something for me and it sold really quickly after that. The only problem that I had with OneShop is that I hated the idea that I was paying for separate automation for my US closet, my Canadian closet, and I was on top of that paying for Prime Lister subscription. So Prime Lister, if you don't know, is another Chrome extension tool. There are 2 sides to Prime Lister. There is a basic subscription that I took a screenshot. I will put the screenshot somewhere up here. I don't remember right off the top of my head, but basically for any good features, if you're like actually cross-listing, you need the premium subscription. where you can bulk edit items, bulk delete, bulk whatever. And I like that because when I sell stuff on Poshmark US or Poshmark Canada and I need to go into my other closet and delete them, it's just so much easier to just do it all at once instead of one at a time. These tools are all things you can do for yourself in your closet for free. It just takes time. And I don't like spending my time doing like stupid little tasks like that. Anyway, and then PrimeLister also has another side that is sharing, that is automation. So I decided to cancel my OneShop, cancel my Posher VA, and go all in on PrimeLister. And these are my experiences. So that was like a very backstory of kind of how I got to this point and how I'm feeling using PrimeLister. I'm not gonna lie, there's been some growing pains. I hate that it's a Chrome extension. I hate that it's a Chrome extension because I work away from home 3-4 days at a time. And I don't have access. I don't bring my laptop to work. For the Chrome extension to work, my computer has to stay on. So I leave my laptop at home, which is totally fine, except that PrimeLister has updates pretty often. And if it's being updated, then my automation would just stop. My other issue, it took me a really long time to figure out how to schedule my tasks. To be fair, they do have a video on how to do it on their website, but it was not like an intuitive tool to use like it was on Posher VA. Another thing I do not like about PrimeLister is that every time it goes to share my closet, it opens a new tab. And this is apparently a bug they're working on. They didn't know about it. I came home from work. I worked for 4 days. Let's say my closet shares 10 times a day. There were like 40 at least tabs open for my Canadian closet, 40 tabs open for my US closet, and my computer had just fully like pretty much crashed. And I was like, this is crazy. I can't have this happening. So I emailed PrimeLister and the girl said that they had like run some tests and found a bug and that they're hoping to fix it. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I hope you fix it too because it's annoying. So the things I do like is that I can schedule the tasks. It's nice having just like one thing that I'm dealing with, not literally 3 different apps and extensions. It is obviously cheaper to do it that way. I'm not paying for 3 different services. I'm technically paying for 2. I'm paying for the PrimeLister on both sides, the inventory management side and the Poshmark automation side. Well worth it in my opinion. If you have a smaller closet, maybe not the best use of resources. I would say if you have under 100 listings, I wouldn't really worry about automation yet. But if you are planning on growing your closet and scaling your business, I'm going to keep that thought to myself. But anyway, I would recommend using some automation just to make your life easier, and you can take that time and put it back into photographing, listing. Again, if you really don't want to take the chance of using automation, because you could get your closet shut down, allegedly. I've never heard of anyone getting their closet shut down, but Poshmark does threaten it. You can find people on Fiverr that will do it for you. They can draft your listings, they can share your closet, they can do whatever you want them to do. I've never gone that route, so I don't know what a fair price is that people are asking. But I know, speaking of Denali, this is like a Denali fangirl video, but she does have a course on how to hire a virtual assistant. I haven't taken the course, but I've seen good things about it. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now using automation in my Poshmark. Also, when I was laid off, I was using eBay a lot more, and so having that cross-listing capability on PrimeLister was super useful because I was cross-listing to Poshmark US and eBay. Now I just cross-list to US. Technically, I could just drag and drop and list at both places at once. Sorry, I'm just looking at the way I'm talking. Okay, this is like such an aside. If you don't care about my personal life, you can stop watching. But I get Botox in my jaw because I clench my jaw really badly and I grind my teeth really badly. And the last time I went was in September, at the end of September. So it's just now kicking in. And she didn't do it right. And I realized that like a few days ago. When I smile, this side goes up and this side goes out. And I went for my regular Botox yesterday to a nurse practitioner and I was asking her about it and she's like, yeah, it is lopsided. So I was just seeing myself talk in the camera. I can notice this side is pulling upwards and this one is not. So I have to wait for it to wear off and then I have to decide if I want to, I don't know. Anyway, as I was saying, what even was I saying? Welcome to my life. Yeah, so I could cross list easily just dragging and dropping on my laptop from Canada to US, but the cross listing is available on I think like the basic Prime Lister subscription, and the premium subscription has that plus the bulk tools. So bulk send offer, bulk drop price for closet clear out, bulk delete, whatever, bulk cross list. So I was like, well, I might as well just use Prime Lister to do that too. So that's where I'm at. I just realized I completely missed my time slot today to bid my vacation for next year. So who knows when I'm gonna get it. I get like 5 weeks of vacation a year, I think now, maybe 6. Yesterday was my 7-year anniversary at the airline. So that's exciting. I think I got a raise yesterday. I gotta check online to see if I did or not. But anyway, let me know in the comments how you feel about automation. I know it's a little bit of a polarizing subject. Like, I totally understand that. If you don't want to talk about it, I totally get it. Shoot me a DM, whatever. It's confidential. And yeah, I feel good getting that off my chest. I'm gonna keep using Prime Lister and I'm gonna stick it out. But oof, we have some work to do in that department for sure. I was thinking today, I wish they had a cross lister from Whatnot to Poshmark, because I'm like kind of taking things that didn't sell on Whatnot and listing them on Poshmark. So if I could like take, I guess the titles and the pictures are like not as good on Whatnot. I don't really do that many descriptive photos or descriptions. So anyway, and speaking of Whatnot, I'm going to be doing more videos about Whatnot. I think there is a need for some content about that, especially when it comes to Canadians. I know there's a few really big US resellers that are on Whatnot in the US. I think honestly that it's a totally different experience as a Canadian. So I will be talking about that in a future video. Make sure you're keeping an eye on my page if that interests you. If you're a reseller in Canada, I am like urging you. I'm like, please, please, please talk to me and tell me if you have any questions, because I would love to talk to you and get you selling, make you some more money. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.